Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back.
I'm pleased to see you again, Mom. You need something?
Duty calls. I must go.
Of course. Should you need me, I'll be here.
Always good to see the Queen. How can I help you?
We shall return to this conversation later.
No skin off my back. Be seeing each other, Your Grace.
Your Grace?
You were right. Witches aren't to be trusted. I conferred upon Geralt a title, awarded him pay, yet he abandoned me and this army.
Honor they recognize not at all. Adhering only to their guild's code. Or a horde of excuses, rather. Kill no beast which shows sentience and poses no threat. Utter flimflam, Your Grace. Though do forgive me the vulgarity. Every beast poses a threat. If it has yet to strike, changes naught. To wait till innocent blood is shed? Madness. One must preempt, forestall, wipe the world clean of the filth for all time.
I'm not so certain personally. Take trolls, for instance. Many manage to live in harmony with humans.
Until provoked. And what then? Villages pulverized, women and children crushed betwixt fists as uncaring as rocks. No, Your Majesty. Evil is evil. The rule harbors no exceptions.
But humans can also be provoked,
Farewell, Ake.
and they are also evil.
You need my help with anything? Anything at all, I've ideas aplenty.
Long you've travelled, Barnabas. The wonders you must have seen. Likely visited many exotic lands before you reached Mahakam.
Corvia, yes. Matina, yes. Nazir, Zericania, gods, yes. And Korath, even. I mean, such beauty there, though hot. Oh, dreadfully so. Horrible place to grow turnips, if you've ever a mind to try. Novigrad, lived there a spell as well, but I didn't much care for it.
Why ever not?
The hierarch, intractable man, banned one of my inventions, condemned it as unholy, vile, etc., etc. Decided he would burn both of us at the stake. As you can imagine, we had a difference of opinion in that regard.
Perhaps I shall regret this, but do tell. What was the thing you created exactly?
Aha! I knew you'd be interested. You've a curious mind, dear Queen. We're two peas of a feather. Quite the clever contraption it was. Made for a widow, wealthy but aching with longing. In her husband's absence, tormented by unfulfilled needs.
Stop right there. I knew I'd regret asking.
See, it had this special crank that when rotated...
Barnabas, no, enough.
As you command, Your Majesty. But if you ever get the urge to see it, I've the prototype still tucked away in my trunk.
Noted. But by the gods, please, let's change the subject. Time I attended to other matters.
Ah, yes, you're still here. Off you go, then.
Arnulf, find a place at one of the tables. Have a drink. Meet my men.
Think there's been a failure to communicate, lass? I didn't join your army to meet men, but to meet death. A good, honourable death. Quicker you lead me to that, the better.
I wish not to pry, but why do you long for death?
For only death can cleanse me of shame. You must have heard what they call me. Arnulf the Patricide. A moniker I earned. Oh, I did.
To die by one's child's hand. A terrible fate. And it shall be mine as well if I lose this war.
But did you earn it, this fate?
What? Not always have I been just with Willem. I dismissed him, neglected him, but
Neglected! Listen, lass. My da, he beat me till my skin turned blue and I chucked red bile. He'd drink and beat, drink and beat. My brother, Ove, da clobbered him to death. My ma, she took her own life. Never met this son of yours. But I know yous a bit now, and I can say this. No kin of yours needs slaying.
I can't help but wonder, what does it signify? The tattoo on your head?
Ain't a tattoo. Carved these runes with a knife.
The method makes little difference. What do they mean?
Aim here. Message for enemy archers. Alas, don't seem they can read it. At least not from a distance. And when they get close, it's already too late for them.
So long, Arnulf.
Okay, this is definitely better than Bone Talisman.
Never thought I'd see the day. The Queen's returned. Know this, Your Grace. Blackclads have shut themselves up in our cities. They give no hint of surrender, show no sign of giving ground. My. What'll become of Prince Willem now? We've gathered donations to support the war effort, helping best we can to beat those black-clad devils. My. Never thought I... My. What'll become of Prince Willem?
Rivia. And here I feared I would see it no more.
I believed you would. I believed you could succeed. Be victorious, Your Grace.
We've not arrived just yet, Reynard. Look, black flags still flutter over the cities. We've yet much work before us. More battles to fight. More blood to spill.
Oh man, this is so beautiful.
Watch your heads!
Should have listened to me old lady.
Pays late. Again.
Gloire!
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
For the Queen! God save the Queen!
101, 102, 103. Hundred and 52, 154.
One gold I need. For the last!
There retreat!
Left, right, left, right.
Head out, Fian!
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads. Give me a target. I will list at your command. I'm a monster.
March on, march on.
Quiet, or the commissar will hear.
Make love, not war.
Have her done in a jiffy.
Scheiß! In time!
To me, nicht wahr!
Retreat!
Meve needed but set one foot into the Ruwode to know something was amiss. The sickening stench of rot hung in the air. Flies swarmed in thick clouds, and crows cawed in a deafening cacophony. What had caused this murder to amass? Well, Meve's scouts soon found out,
Your Majesty,
reported a certain Sergeant Nadamur.
not far from here, past the bend, there's a cotton and it's full of bodies. Our boys and the blackclads alike. Bodies mutilated, horribly so, guts ripped open, entrails strewn about, heads locked. Somewhere, well,
Yes?
branches embrace him, grip them tight, as if the trees, they strangled them.
Hearing this, the Queen ordered a halt to their march. They would go no further, she thought, till they knew what had killed those men. Luckily, witnesses were soon found. A haggard band of resin burners emerged from a nearby dugout, black with dirt, covered in dried blood.
my lady.
Their eldest stammered.
Blackins came and started felling the wood. Forced folk to chop away, to make way for a town, they said. They pushed hard, right to the heart of the forest where the old oaks grow. And awoke some foulness. The old camp. Blackclads and loggers alike. Done in one night. No time even to draw their weapons. We was lucky. Found pits to hide in. Just heard as something huffed and puffed while talking to the trees, no less.
Reynard ordered medics to tend to the tar-makers, then turned to Meve.
We cannot wash our hands of this, Your Grace. The Nilfgaardians awoke the monster, yes, but it kills Rivians just as readily.
Reynard speaks words of wisdom and honour, Your Grace.
Ake interjected.
'Tis our duty to slay the beast, no matter the cost in our own blood.
Meve stood at the edge of the clearing and pricked her ears. The Ruwode echoed with the cawing of crows, which seemed to perch on its every twig. She also heard the howling of wolves and a hollow rattling, as if branches whipped in the wind, though the day was fair and still.
That Geralt. He just had to desert me.
The Queen removed her cloak to avoid snags and trundled toward the heart of the wood. Her soldiers followed, clutching cocked crossbows to sweaty cheeks.
Thank ye, Your Majesty. You'll protect us from the Blackclads and monstrosities. Them Blackclads don't understand the forest. Don't understand nature. They rape it. Try to take too much, too fast. We told them. Unwise to venture so deep in the wood. Thank ye, Your Majesty. Them black. Them black. We told him. Unwise to venture so deep in the wood.
I'd hoped we could solve this some other way.
Give me a time.
Ours is not to reason why.
Never listen to me, old lady.
Watch your heads!
catch!
Wanna know why I got my scar?
God save the Queen!
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
To the last! Yeah! For the Queen!
God's blasted. My breast chafes.
Deep in the wood, it grew cool, with a thin fog filling the air. Meve pushed past a large branch of hazel and froze. Before her stood a tall figure, nearly human in form, save the moss-covered deer skull in place of its head. Empty eye sockets burning with naked flame, the monstrosity hurled itself at Meve with a roar.
Rally to me!
Cried Meve, raising her shield.
Everyone! Anyone, to me! Be wary. We know not what this thing can do.
Oh, bother. What have we got ourselves into this time?
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
God save the Queen!
I'm a monster.
I'm coming.
That bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
A fascinating specimen. I must study it once we're finished.
One boat's all I need. Our ballista, your command. Believe it's dead, whatever that means for such a thing.
Attacked from all sides, the monster teetered and swayed, fighting off their blows with ever greater difficulty. Finally, it fell to the ground and fell apart, like an undone bundle of twigs. In disbelief, Meve towed the pile of dried branches and scraps of bark. She saw no blood, no entrails, as if no monster had ever stood there. As if it had all been a dream.
We return to the road.
Meve said, crushing the beast's deer-like skull under her heel.
Ah, and Reynard, I've a request.
Yes, Your Grace?
Once we regain the realm and return to the capital, remind me to issue an edict. No one is to enter these woods, not to log nor even to gather brush. Just in case.
Those dwelling near the Ruwode heaved a sigh of relief, and the Lyrians returned to fighting an invader who, after what they'd faced in those woods, no longer seemed so frightening.
Them black-clads don't understand the forest. Thank ye, your man. Them black-clads don't understand the forest.
A robust rain hither comes.
Man, this music is really beautiful.
Meve arrived at the walls of Grotto-Bor, famed for fine rugs and woven tapestries. The city's artisans had been at work, no doubt pressed by the Nilfgaardians, for atop the tallest spire, that of the town hall, flapped a lustrous ebony flag, a sun of golden threads at its center. So vast was the banner, Gascon whistled in admiration.
Gotta admit, the Blackclads certainly have panache.
And a vast and powerful army, I'd remind you.
Reynard interjected.
Arbalists line the walls. That stench in the air, hot tar. Victory's not likely to come cheap, I fear.
No cost is too high,
said Meve, a hardness in her voice.
Reynard, Gascon, ready our men to attack.
The Lyrians needed no more encouragement. Since arriving, they had reveled in anticipation of taking the city, then ripping the banner from its spire.
It will be difficult, Your Grace. The walls are strong.
All right, that's no problem. God save the Queen! To the last!
One vote's all I need. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save them.
The gate! Someone's opening the gate! Forward, march!
Discipline. That is what you folk lack.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Elherzer.
Again and again and again.
Very gloire.
March on, march on.
We must trust each other!
Retreat!
A highly curious case.
Victory, Your Grace! The city is ours!
The battle for Grotto-Bor was a hard fight, though not quite as hard as most had thought it might be. During the assault, at its critical juncture, a blow fell from the blue. The unlikely heroes, merchants and burghers brought together by the city's guilds. A wave of them, all riled, swarmed the Blackclads at the gates and opened them wide to let Lyria in.
Onward! Follow me!
As fighting died down around the city, Meve rode for the town hall on a personal quest. Nilfgaard's vast, garish banner rippled overhead. With its halyard cut, it plunged like a great black bird, stricken. It was the last any would see of the golden sun over Grotto-Bor.
3 cheers! Hip, hip, hooray!
The Lyrians were victorious, though not without aid. Meve met with the merchants who had roused the townsfolk, inspired them to rise up and fight.
Many of my soldiers, dozens, perhaps hundreds, owe you their lives today.
Said the Queen.
For that I am deeply grateful. No, deeply indebted. Should you know a way I might repay the debt, don't for a moment hesitate to ask.
The merchants exchanged glances, nodded, grunted, agreed with each other without uttering a word. Then one, a clothfuller, his moustache most robust, stepped forth, bowed low, and spoke for them all.
Your Majesty, the invaders brought laws. Laws what don't agree with customs we've long held. Non-humans they forced us to accept. Let them join our guilds, sit on the city council. It's right ridiculous it is. These treacherous dwarves, why, they've been on their side from the start, so it's no wonder. But, well, the Nilfgaardian reforms, we'd like you to revoke them. Non-humans must know their place.
An awkward silence ensued. All turned their eyes to the Queen, awaiting her response.
I agree. Non-humans must know their place.
Began the Queen.
So listen closely, all. Whether elf, dwarf, gnome, or human, it matters not. My subjects are equal.
Your Grace, you said it thysen. Were it not for us...
My troops would have died, true. Yet among the dead, there'd have been dwarves of Mahakam, I've no doubt. Dwarves who agreed to fight by my side when none believed I could prevail.
The tradesman huffed, the tradesman puffed. Meve silenced them with a firm swipe of her hand. She left Grotto-Bor that very day, furious at the city's merchants for their bigotry, and irked at an unpleasant truth, that even the vile Nilfgaardians occasionally got something right. Come nightfall, the Lyrians pitched camp. Meve sat down and stared into the fire. Her officers, advisors, kept their distance, unsure if her eyes burned with the fire's reflection or a fury deep inside. Only Gabor dared approach her.
You ken, not long back, I asked myself, Gabor, you bampot, you gone bar me? Left my home, clan, family, and for why? To follow a human queen. But the day you showed me, I made the right choice.
Gabor stood and went back to the mess tent. Had he lingered a bit longer, he'd have seen Meve smile.
Always good to see the Queen. How can I help you?
We shall return to this conversation later.
No skin off my back. Be seeing each other, Your Grace.
very own queen on the dwarf elder's leash. Why am I not surprised? Well, well. Our very own queen. Dwarves don't let humans into Mahakam. Why have we got to let them into our homes? Dwarves don't... Well, well. Well, dwarves don't... Well, well. Our very own queen on the dwarf...
Ha! 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 Beautifully knocked those racist knoblickers down a peg! Here, here, dear queen! Ha! 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 Beautifully knocked those racist knoblickers!
And here is our investment that we made in Mahakam.
Again and again and again.
Yes?
Pays late. Again.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Yeah, yeah!
Oh!
Left, right, left, right.
Can't take it anymore. Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf I am.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
on, march on.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
One boat's all I need. Our ballista, your command.
For the Queen!
Again and again and again. Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Target acquired.
Discipline. That is what you folk lack. I smell a leak. Company! Forward march!
God save the Queen!
To the last!
Nice Tedatu.
I'm a one, sir.
As good as dead, that lot.
Oh, could murder a pint.
Very glad.
Ha! For Rivia!
Left, right, left, right.
Pays late. Again. Ours is not to reason why.
If you take a closer look, you can actually see here this little CD Projekt Red sign, which is really cool.
As the Lyrians passed a cemetery marching along its ivy-covered wall, they heard mourners wailing pitifully to a priestess's moving song. The soldiers dutifully lowered their heads. Their minds sought out fallen comrades and kin, and they wondered whom else the war would yet claim.
Listen,
said Gascon, stirring Meve from her own meditation.
I think I'll veer off for a bit.
What for? To offer your condolences?
In a manner of speaking. But just go on. I'll rejoin you soon.
Meve nodded in agreement, then made as if to ride on. Yet Gascon had hardly entered the cemetery when the Queen turned and followed. Gascon quickly realized he was not alone.
Oh, Meve. Had I been plotting to do you no good, I'd not have announced I was sneaking off to do it.
What do you mean?
Come now, Meve, don't play the fool. You don't trust me, so you followed. Probably thought I'd commune with Ep Dahi in some crypt. Nay, better, the conclave of mages. Well, rest assured then. For if I truly had something I wanted to conceal, I dare say you'd not have noticed me slip off.
If I truly suspected something nefarious, I'd have dispatched my scouts, not followed you alone.
Which begs the question, why'd you follow? Why are you here? Why have you come?
Because you've not been yourself. You've been acting strangely.
And that gives you the right to spy on me?
Gascon, I've grown used to you bending the rules of decorum, but now you overstep, sir. You overstep.
Oh, will you have me flogged?
Hold your tongue, sir, or I shall indeed. Splendid. Now tell me why you've come here.
If you absolutely must know, then follow me.
Gascon led Meve through the ruins of a mausoleum, past its decapitated statues, past ancient gravestones effaced, past sarcophagi smashed to pieces.
Whose is it? Could it be...
Yes, Meve. My family's vault. The Brossards.
The Brossards? Wait. The Brossards?
The very same. Traitors who in 1258 revolted against King Reginald, your late husband. The earth lie lightly upon him. An error, most certainly. We paid dearly for it. Reginald had no mercy, decimated the family. As you can see, didn't even spare the dead. I was outside, away from the house. It is the only reason I survived. I was 8 at the time, stripped of title and home. Well, I'm sure you can guess the rest. Frankly, do my damnedest not to think on it. But the wall, the cemetery, seeing them awoke all the old demons.
Your crest. I seem to recall a pointer. The Duke of Dogs. Now I understand. The Brossard's trial I remember well. Reginald was angry. He prodded and pushed. Too far. The sentence was cruel, spiteful. I felt it all, but said nothing. I'm so very, very sorry, Gascon.
Water under the bridge. And the past's a thing none of us can change.
The past, no. But the present? I could rebuild your family's tomb. All deserve to rest in peace.
Meve, the war nears its end days now, and you'll have more urgent expenses.
So I shall pay for this now. I'm grateful, Gascon, and indebted, vastly. Let me do this. Let me pay my debt in part, at least.
I thank you.
Gascon remained silent the rest of the day. When the force halted for the night, he sat secluded in his tent. But by the morn, he was his witty, mirthful self again. His family's final resting place would be returned to its former glory. This he knew, and it seemed to lift a weight from his mind. He could now reconcile with his family's tragic past.
Good Mother, grant him eternal peace. Oh, why have they left us? Lilka, why?
Move that candle. To the left. No, higher.
Oh.
Move that candle. Move that candle. Move that candle.
Oh, why have they left us? Lilka, why?
Again and again and again.
Ha!
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. Aye.
For Rivia!
For the Queen!
God save the Queen!
He's deciding now.
This could hurt.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Ha!
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
Should have listened to me, old
It's
lady.
not too late to walk away.
Yes.
One bolt. Katza! Give me a time. I'm ballista, your command. I'm a monster. Lyria!
Hundred and 102, 103.
Left, right, left, right.
The more I drink with our forefathers!
Again and again and again.
All right, that's no problem.
My boots got
sand aplenty.
Discipline, that is what you folk lack. Very glad.
The Devil's Tower. We draw near, Your Grace.
No sign of Willem yet, far as I can see.
Unsurprising. Prompt he never was.
And we will continue this in the next episode, so if you liked this one, give it a like, dislike if you think it sucked, and see you next time. Thank you.